Good day, grade 10. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to our online class. I know na ilang buwan na tayo naka-quarantine, but I hope na tayo ay nakakondisyon na para mag-aral for this school year. Welcome sa ating mga old students, at syempre, welcome sa ating mga new students. I am Sir Ches, and I will be your subject teacher in ESP or Edukasyon sa Pagpapakatao. Alam naman natin na sa subject na to, bukod sa uhubugin ang ating mga utak, uhubugin lalo nito ang ating mga puso, ang ating mga character. And for our lesson 1, ang title nito ay Who Are We? Or sa Tagalog, Sino Tayo? Kapag umaharap ka sa salamin, sino ang nakikita mo? Natutuwa ka ba sa nakikita mo? Paano mo ilalarawan ang sarili mo? Ang better na tanong, kilala mo nga ba talaga ang sarili mo? Para mas lalo nating maunawaan yung ating topic, for an illustration, let's watch this short video clip.
Many of us are wandering the earth, accomplished in many ways, capable of fulfillment at many points, but with a fundamental wound that stops us from becoming who we truly might be. We don't quite know who we are. It isn't, of course, that we can't remember the basics of our biographies. We're unsure around two things in particular. Firstly, we don't have a stable sense of what we're worth. And secondly, we don't have a secure hold on our own values or judgments. Without knowing who we are, we tend to have particular trouble coping with either denigration or adulation. If other people decide that we are worthless or bad, there will be nothing inside us to prevent us from swallowing their verdicts in their entirety, however wrong-headed, extreme, or unkind these might be. We'll be helpless before the court of public opinion. We'll always be asking other people what we deserve before seeking inside for an answer. Lacking an independent verdict, we also stand to be unnaturally hungry for external praise. The clapping of an audience will matter to us far more than would ever be wise. We'll be prey to rushing towards whatever idea or activity the crowd happens to love. We'll laugh at jokes that aren't funny, uncritically accept undeserving concepts that are in vogue, and neglect our truer talents for easy, popular wins. We'll trail public opinion slavishly, constantly checking the world's whims rather than consulting an inner barometer in order to know what we should want, feel, and value. We need to be kind on ourselves. No one is born with an independent ability to know who they are. We learn to have an identity because, if we're blessed, in our early years, someone else takes the trouble to study us with immense fairness, attention, and kindness, and then plays us back to us in a way that makes sense and that we can later emulate. They give us the beginning of a true portrait of our identity, which we can then take on and enrich over the years and use as a defense against the distorting verdicts from hurried or ill-intentioned others. Knowing who one is really the legacy of having been known properly by somebody else at the start. This early identity building tends to unfold with apparently innocuous but life-saving small steps. "Oh, that must really have hurt," a parent might say in response to an upset, thereby validating an infant's own feelings. Or, "It's okay not to feel happy on your birthday," the parent might say at another point, delicately upholding an infant's less typical response to certain events. Ideally, the child isn't just known, he or she is also interpreted as likable. A good parent offers generous interpretations. They're on the side of the child and are always ready to put the best possible gloss on moments of ill temper or of failure, which forms the basis upon which resilient self-esteem can then later emerge. Now, that's the ideal, but it can, of course, go very wrong, and often does. A parent may offer mirroring that is out of sync with the reality of the child. "Look, who's such a happy little boy or girl?" a parent might insist, when actually the opposite is clearly the case, thereby badly scrambling the child's ability to connect with their own emotions. Or the parent might only lend the child a very harsh, punitive way of interpreting itself, repeatedly suggesting that the child is ill-intentioned or no good. Or the parent may simply not show very much interest in the child, focusing themselves elsewhere, so that the child grows up with a feeling that not only is it not worth cherishing, but also because it hasn't been adequately seen and mirrored, that it doesn't even quite exist. A feeling of unreality is the direct consequence of emotional neglect. Realizing that we lack a stable identity is a sobering realization, but we can, with a fair wind, start to correct the problem at any point. We need to seek out the help of a wise and kindly other person, perhaps a good psychotherapist, someone who can study us closely, mirror us properly, and then validate what they see. Through their eyes, we can learn to study, perhaps for the first time, how we really feel, and take seriously what we actually want. We can, by being witnessed generously, more often learn to take our own sides and feel increasingly solid inside, trusting ourselves more than we trust the crowd, feeling that we might be able to say no, not always swaying in the wind, and feeling that we are in possession of some of the ultimate important truths about us. Having come to know ourselves like this, we will be a little less hungry for praise, a little less worried by opposition, and a lot more original in our thinking. We will have learned the vital art of both knowing and befriending who we really are.
Ayan. So napakalaga na makita mo at makilala mo kung sino ka, ano yung kaya mo pang gawin, ano yung potential mo. Sabi nga, others get to know us when we share things about ourselves. We can also get to know others if we give them a chance to share. Para makilala ka ng ibang tao, kailangan i-share mo yung sarili mo sa kanila. Same thing din na para makilala mo ang ibang tao, kailangan hayaan mo silang i-share nila ang buhay nila sa'yo. There can be a lot more than we can discover than the first impression we have created about the other persons. Diba nangyayari yon? Sabi nga nila, first impressions don't last. Hindi ibig sabihin kung paano mo siya nakilala nung una, ay hanggang huli, ganun pa rin pagkakakilala mo sa kanya. So it really takes time and effort para makilala ang isang tao. At the same time, it also takes time and effort para makilala mo mabuti ang sarili mo. Sabi nga, knowing who we are is basic to being human. In fact, the first information we give out is our names. But there is more to our names. Di ba laging unang tinatanong sa atin kung ano yung pangalan natin? Pero higit doon, marami pang tungkol sa iyo ang pwede mong ma-share at masabi. Kaya mahalaga na kilala mong mabuti ang sarili mo. Sabi nga, when it comes to self-knowledge, ano ibig sabihin? Is the foundation of everything we think, feel, say, and do. Ano daw yung self-knowledge? Ito ay pundasyon ng lahat ng iniisip mo, nararamdaman mo, sinasabi mo at ginagawa mo. Kaya nga ang tanong, sa edad mo ngayon, gaano mo kakilala ang sarili mo? Kaya nga, grade 10, keep in mind that as we grow, we realize that it is not anymore as easy to do their bidding as before. Sino tinutukoy dito? Yung mga taong nakapaligid sa atin. Di ba habang lumalaki ka, kung ano yung narinig na sinasabi sa'yo ng ibang tao, ng magulang mo, yun ang tumatatak sa'yo kung sino ka. Pero sa edad mo ngayon, we now want to assert ourselves because we do not want to be dictated upon anymore. We have had many experiences. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Habang lumalaki ka, lalo na ngayon na ikaw ay dalaga at binata na, gusto mo nang maging independent, mas nag-e-explore ka na, mas nakikilala mo na yung sarili mo. Hindi ka na katulad ng bata na kailangan all the time, kailangan kang i-guide at kailangan kang sabihan. Tama ba, grade 10? So ano ibig sabihin nun? Kailangan pala ngayon, nagmamature na dapat tayo. Tinatanggal na natin yung pagiging childish or pagiging immature natin. Bakit? Kasi grade 10 ka na. So, kailangan may pagbabago. Next, if we do not know ourselves, we would tend to accept what people say we are or should be. We may never be able to find out the truth about ourselves, discover the heights to which we are called, nor discover our gifts and possibilities. Ibig sabihin, kapag hindi mo masyadong lubusang kilala ang sarili mo, mas madali kang madiktahan ng mga tao sa paligid mo. Ang problema nun, lalo na kung ang mga sinasabi nila or pinapagawa nila sa iyo ay hindi tama. Or kaya, hindi talaga yun yung totoong ikaw or yung totoong potential mo. Kaya mahalaga na kilala mong mabuti yung sarili mo. Next, sabi nga, knowing ourselves is a lifetime task. It is important to listen to others and be open to the lessons which life teaches us. So mahalaga na i-discover mo kung sino ka. Sabi rin dito, importante na makinig ka sa sinasabi ng iba, pero piliin mo at salain mo yung mga bagay na pinakikinggan mo. Yung mga tao na nakakasalamuha mo. Make sure na itong mga tao na to ay talagang makakatulong sa'yo at talagang nagmamalasakit sa'yo. Tulad ng mga magulang mo, kailangan sa edad natin ngayon, patuloy pa rin tayong nakikinig sa kanila. Kasi alam ng magulang kung ano yung makakabuti sa atin at ayaw nila tayong mapahamak. Now, grade 10, let me share to you these 13 things that don't determine your self-worth. Sa Tagalog, ano yung mga bagay na hindi dapat maging pamantayan lang ng totoong halaga mo? Number 1, your to-do list. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ngayon, marami kang gustong gawin, marami kang gustong ma-accomplish. And it really takes time. Hindi ibig sabihin na sa ngayon, hindi mo pa na-accomplish yung mga bagay na to, it doesn't mean na failure ka na or hindi ka na mahalaga. Everything takes time. Second, your job. Hindi ibig sabihin na meron kang magandang trabaho ngayon, automatic, yan na magdi-define ng worth mo. Naalala nyo yung nag-viral nung nakaraan, yung sa isa sa mga famous vlogger? Diba, yung opinion niya about tricycle driver? Alam naman natin na walang maliit o malaki na trabaho, basta alam mo na marangal to. Hindi i-define ng trabaho kung ano man yung pagkatao mo. But I'm not saying, of course, na hindi ka magsumikap. Siyempre, kaya nga tayo nag-aaral para patuloy nating maabot yung mga pangarap natin. Lalo na kayo, sooner or later, magkatrabaho na rin kayo. Next, pangatlong bagay na hindi magdedetermine ng worth mo, ayan, your social media followers. Lalo na ngayon sa mga kabataan, sa mundo natin ngayon, masyado tayong nahuhumaling or masyado tayong napapressure sa social media. Hindi ibig sabihin na marami kang likes, marami kang followers, ibig sabihin automatic mahalaga ka na. At yun ang pamantayan ng totoong halaga. Lagi natin tatandaan, hindi doon nasusukat yun. But syempre, I'm not saying na hindi yun maganda. Advantage din syempre pag marami kang followers. It is a good platform for you to spread positivity and to reach more people. But keep in mind that the number of likes or the number of your followers will not define your worth. You can be influential on your own kahit estudyante ka pa lang. Basta gawin mo lang yung tama at huwag kang mag-compromise lalo na kung alam mong mali. Sa panahon ngayon, tama ba, maraming toxic sa social media. Kaya maging maingat ka sa mga pinapanood mo, sa mga fina-follow mo. Make sure na may mapupulot ka at may matututunan ka sa kanila at positive yung ma-absorb mo sa mga tao na to. Next, your age. Your age will not determine your self-worth. Age is just a number. Bata ka man or matanda ka na, you can make a difference. Edad mo ngayon, marami kang pwedeng gawin. You can make an impact. It's always a choice and you can always choose to do what is right. Next, panglima, your appearance. Ayan, maraming napapressure dyan. Minsan feeling natin, kapag hindi tayo maputi, mababa na yung worth natin. Kapag hindi tayo makinis, mababa na yung worth natin. Kapag hindi straight ang buhok natin, mababa yung worth natin. We all have our own imperfections. At yun nga minsan masyado tayong napapressure sa standard ng mundo when it comes to beauty. Gusto nating maging in, kaya tayo nagko-compromise. We go with the flow. Ang ending, na-frustrate tayo. We try to be someone that we're not. Mahirap yun at malungkot yun. Class, kailangan mong mahalin kung sino ka. Ano man yung itsura mo ngayon, it's okay. We all have our own imperfections. Huwag kang ma-pressure sa mga nakikita mo or sa standard ng mundo. It will not define your worth. Panganim, other people. Lalo na sa edad mo, yung peer pressure. Kaya nga napahalaga na piliin mong mabuti yung mga taong sasamahan mo. Piliin mo yung mga tao na alam mong makakabuti at tutulong sa'yo. Huwag kang magpa-define or magpadala sa sinasabi sa'yo ng ibang tao, lalo na kung alam mo na hindi tama or mali yung sinasabi nila. Kailangan maging smart tayo sa pagpili ng mga tao sa paligid natin. Number 7, your goals. Lahat tayo may mga pangarap. For sure, sa edad mo ngayon, marami kang gustong makamit, marami kang gustong marating at maabot. It takes time and it takes a lot of efforts. Huwag kang humintong mangarap. At the same time, kailangan may gawin ka para maabot ito. Pangwalo, your grades. Your grades will not define your worth. Hindi automatically na pag ito with honors sila na yung mataas ang worth. At ikaw, wala ka sa honors, mababa ka lang. Or mababa ang pagkatao mo. So lahat pantay-pantay ang halaga, hindi lang grades ang magdi-define ng halaga natin. Pero hindi ko naman sinasabi na maging kampante ka na lang pala at hindi mo na pahalagahan yung pag-aaral mo. Siyempre class, importante pa rin na magsumikap ka sa pag-aaral mo. Kaya ka nga nag-aaral kasi meron kang gustong marating. And number 9, the number of friends you have. Hindi to paramihan ng kaibigan. Pag marami kang kaibigan, automatic mataas na yung worth mo. So hindi ganun yun. Minsan kasi lalo na yung mga kabataan na hindi naman talaga friendly, mahihiyain. Diba? The number of friends will not define your worth. Next, pang-10. Ito, pasok na pasok. Your relationship status. Lalo na sa mga kabataan ngayon. Masyado tayong napapressure when it comes to relationship status. Kasi feeling natin, lalo na kapag single ka, hindi ka in, hindi ka piliin, pangit ka, may mali sa'yo. Pero hindi. Single ka kasi you're just waiting for the right person, for the right timing. Sa edad mo ngayon, relax ka lang. Mag-focus ka lang sa pag-aaral mo. Bata ka pa, marami pang pwedeng mangyari. Enjoy your season. Huwag kang magpa-pressure sa iba. Next, number 11 na hindi magdi-define ng worth mo, your financial status. Ibig sabihin na mayaman ka at marami kang pera, yun agad ang pamantayan ng halaga. But of course, walang masamang maging mayaman. Lahat tayo gusto natin maging mayaman. What I'm trying to say is, your financial status will not automatically define your worth. Next, your likes. Ano ibig sabihin ng your likes? Ibig sabihin, ano yung mga hilig mo? Ano yung mga trip mo? Ano yung mga madalas mong ginagawa? Madalas kasi, di ba, nako-compare natin yung mga hilig natin sa hilig ng iba. At minsan, kapag naikukumpara natin, na-frustrate tayo kasi feeling natin iba tayo. So, lagi natin tandaan, iba-iba tayo. Magkakaiba tayo ng hilig. Magkakaiba tayo ng personality. Just embrace your uniqueness. Okay lang yun. And last, number 13, anything or anyone but yourself. Ang pinakamalaking hindrance para makita mo yung totoong halaga mo, walang iba kundi ang sarili mo. Bakit? Hindi ka kayang mahalin ng ibang tao kung unang-una, hindi mo minamahal ang sarili mo. Ikaw ang unang-unang makakita ng value mo. Tama ba yon? Kasi madalas ganito tayo eh. I can't do it. I'm not worthy. I must be perfect. I must not make a mistake. I'm not good enough. Nobody loves me. Masyado tayong nadadown sa mga bagay na to, sa mga ganitong thinking, at kailangan mahinto na to. Sabi nga ni Nelson Mandela, napakaganda ng sinabi niya, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Totoo naman, you are capable sa mga bagay na to. You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about thinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We have been born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So napakaganda nung sinasabi niya, you are born to shine. There is something about you. Mahalaga ka. You are capable to do great things. You just have to believe in yourself. Now as I end, let's talk about self-worth. The only one who gets to decide your worth is you. Wala nang iba. It doesn't come from your bank account or the number of friends you have. It doesn't come from what someone else says you are worth. It's called self-worth for a reason. It comes from you. It comes from being yourself and being proud of who you are. It comes from being someone that you can count on and someone you love. The numbers will change with time, but what won't change is who you are deep inside. You are beautiful, limitless, wonderful, creative, strong, capable, and that is where your worth comes from. Wow, napakaganda ng sinasabi, di ba? Know your worth. And to inspire you more, grade 10, let's watch this short video clip.
You are beautiful. You are smart. You are funny. You are kind. You are unique. You are worthy of love and affection. You are never too much, and you are always enough. You are precious. You are a diamond, a rose, a pearl, the most stunning of all God's creation. You are worth more than you could ever imagine. Worth more than the numbers on the scale, or the hair product you use, or the shoes you wear. More than how many girls wish they were you, or how many guys wish they had you. More than the price tags on your clothes, or the percentage at the top of your math test, or even the number of followers you have on Twitter. Your worth surpasses all earthly things, because in the eyes of the Lord God, you are loved, and you are worth dying for. Regardless of who you think you are, Whether you model in a magazine or you model pottery with grandma. Whether you're on the hot list or the not list. Whether you're head cheerleader or a high school dropout. Whether you're Miss Popular or you've never had anyone you could call a friend. Whether you love yourself and love your life or you can't stand to look in the mirror and you feel as if everything in your life is falling apart. Whether you're such a winner or you feel like the world's biggest failure, regardless of who you think you are. The reality is that you deserve someone who would give up their life for you because you are powerful and strong and capable. Read about the women in the Bible. Esther, Ruth, Martha, Mary. These women changed the world forever. And inside of you, each and every one of you is a woman with that same power and that same strength and that same world-changing capability. And your responsibility is to find that woman and to set that woman free. This is who you are. And any voices in your mind that try and tell you differently are from the enemy. And the next time you hear them, this is what you say. You say, "Nuh-uh, not me, Satan. I am a daughter of the living God, cherished, loved, and adored above all things by the Creator of all things for the glory of Him who is greater than all things. I am awesome." And please, don't you forget it.
Diba? Napaka-powerful ng message. Know your worth. You are precious. You are valuable. You are a gem. Lagi mong tatandaan yan, grade 10. I hope it inspires you today. So God bless you. Have a great day.